hopefully you saw my first video, and that's why you're here. So, in the first video, I was talking about how I was going to get into topics and, you know, things that were important to me, or that pissed me off, or make me really freaking happy. And so this one is one that has been on my mind all week long. It's hard because hopefully no one that I work with sees this, because it has to deal with them. And I won't say names, you know, I know not to say names, especially when it comes to dealing with the children and everything, but I'm just going to cut to the chase and tell you what it's about. Okay, like I said in the first one, I work at a daycare. I myself now work in the baby room, but our daycare is pretty small, to where you have one room where I'm at, there's a mini kitchen for the baby room, and then there's a hallway, and then the big kid room, which is from 2 years old and up. They throw all the kids into one room, mostly because the owner is retarded and doesn't care. She just wants the money. Anyway, so there's like 4 other girls that actually work there, but during the daytime there's usually only 3 of us there. And the morning person, total sweetheart, I love her to death. She's amazing, she's awesome, but she leaves right after I'm done doing the cooking, and then I take her place in the baby room. There's 2 chicks. One is the supervisor. Now, I'm going to stress that out. Supervisor. And our other one there is her best friend, who just started maybe not even about a month ago. And there's this little girl who goes to our daycare who is a bigger girl. She's not even 3 years old, and she's about 75 pounds. Now, that is for a whole other video. But it's not the girl's fault. It's the mom. But these people don't seem to remember that. And they're mean to her. And they're mean to all the kids there, really. They're constantly yelling at them. And the one chick, the best friend, not the supervisor, but the best friend, she swears. She will say fucking shit and damn and bitch right there in the room with all the kids. And that right there pisses me off tremendously. And this past week has been getting worse. Okay, this little girl who's overweight, she cries a lot. But only because her mom never was around other kids. Since this girl was born, she stayed in her home, or she went to family's house, and she never actually got to be around other children. Well, this girl's been coming here for now just about 3 weeks to a month, and it's the first time she's around other kids, okay? So, of course, there's going to be problems with sharing and listening to another adult and being nice to the other kids and being away from mom. Well, she cries a lot and very easily. If you tell her no, she will just break down, scream crying. Okay, but it does not give anyone the right to treat her like she's less of a child because of that. Because we don't know why she's crying. She's obviously going through a hard time. It's a hard transition from going to just mommy to 30 fucking kids and other adults telling you what to do. So, first of all, let me tell you what this best friend there did to this little girl the other day, that I did say something. I told her that was so mean, and I don't agree with what she's doing. She took a candy bar, unwrapped it right in front of this little girl, and took a bite, and then she's waving it in her face, saying, don't this taste so good? Oh, you can't have it. Don't it look good, though? And then eats it right in front of her face. This little girl is used to getting stuff like that. You know, and I'm not trying to down on her because she's a big girl, but that's all her mom gives her is junk food. So how are you going to do that to a kid? Sit there and put it in their face and saying how good it is, and then you can't even fucking have it. Bitch. That's all I'm saying. Now, today, and this is the main reason why I decided to start this video and my new channel today, because I'm sitting there during nap time, just relaxing. All my babies are asleep, well taken care of, and I hear the little girl wake up crying. She always does. Every nap time she'll wake up screaming. I think she has, night terrors or whatever. And I hear the supervisor tell her that if she doesn't stop crying, she's going to shove her in the closet. And it wasn't just a joking threat. No. She was like, do you want to go to the closet without the lights on? If you don't stop crying, I'm going to put you in there. Okay, I know that I should be reporting this. And it's really hard, and a lot of you people are going to be like, bitch, why aren't you reporting this? Because I just got this job in April, and if I lose this job, I don't know what I'm going to do. And so it's really hard for me, and because I don't want to have, because the supervisor there has been there a lot longer than me, like over a year now, and she's friends with the owner, who's never freaking there at all, but she's friends with her. And so if I say something, there's a good chance that she won't even get fired, and I'll have to work there with someone who knows that I ratted them out, and then they'll hate me and treat me like shit. But it just makes me so mad, because all day long I hear them yelling at this girl, like telling her to shut up, stop crying. And oh my god, the other day she went into the bathroom, and let me remind you, she's not even 3 years old. She's potty trained, but because she's a big girl, she has a hard time getting her pants back up, or even down for that matter. And she went in there, and she couldn't get her pants down, and she was crying like, I need help, and no one was coming. So I got up and I went in there while I'm holding a baby, and I'm like, she needs help. And the best friend was like, no, she don't, she's fine, she just can't get it up because she's fat. So they let this little girl, I had to go put my baby down and go help this little girl who couldn't get her pants up or down, because they were saying no because she's too fat. And let me tell you something, they might complain about this little girl, but at the end of the day, when I'm closing and I'm the last person there with the big kids and the babies, and I'm super nice to this girl, and I play with her, I'll play music, and I dance around with all the kids, and she's the best kid for me. She doesn't cry. She'll play, she's happy, she's smiling, she's dancing around, having a good time until her mom comes to pick her up, and then she goes home. But because they are so mean to her, she's not being happy over there with them. And yeah. So it just really pisses me off. I mean, so yeah, if you guys have any feedback on what to do there, taking into the fact, I do need this job, and there's a lot of complications with it all. Give me your honest feedback. Tell me what I should do, and maybe you guys can help me out, because I feel bad for this little girl. I wish I could help her, and I'm kind of stuck. So for my first video, there you have it. It's 9.5 minutes long. I really hope I didn't bore you, but my next video, might kind of contradict this one, but I know a lot of you will agree. So I'm just going to work on one more for tonight. That's why I'll be wearing the same shit. But hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching, and tune into my other ones.